Okay, guys, after years of praying to the gods, after all the struggles which we have been through, 2.5 years of struggle and enormous pain, the gods have finally listened to us. The gods have finally answered our prayers. And after 2.5 years, when the Sword and Shield OU is gonna end and we are gonna be moving to Gen 9, the OU Council has finally decided to suspect test the Silver Giant, the Behemoth, the Brute, Melmetal. You know my personal opinion, I think it's way too early to suspect test Melmetal. They could have waited for at least like maybe 10 to 15 years more. Yeah, when my kids start to play Pokemon, I think that would be a good time to suspect test and ban Melmetal. Because yeah, our struggles don't matter, at least our kids do not have to face the struggle which we faced with Melmetal. Yeah, I think it's way too early. They could have waited for at least 10 to 15 years more so that my kids don't suffer the pain which Melmetal had been giving us. But regardless, the Sword and Shield Council, OU Council, has finally decided to suspect test Melmetal. So a quick history regarding Melmetal. Since it was initially released in the Sword and Shield OU meta, just after 2 days, Melmetal, it had become the biggest threat in the meta. And as the game progressed, this mon was becoming incredibly difficult to deal with. Like both offensive and defensive capabilities of this mon was like to enormous heights. And finally the OU Council had quick banned Melmetal just in 2 days after it was released in the Sword and Shield OU meta. That was the best decision they had taken. That was the best decision the OU Council had taken regarding banning something. Yeah, there has been a lot of bans previously. Some were very controversial, especially banning of Kyurem from the Sword and Shield OU meta. That was a huge controversy. But regardless, none of our concern, because Kyurem ban still not that much of a big deal. But then came a survey. The OU Council decided to take surveys and stuff, and from the survey, the OU Council decided that given the people's opinion, given everything, Melmetal should be allowed to stay in the Sword and Shield OU tier. And this is quite a long time ago. It was not recently. This happened quite a long ago, like 1.5 years back. And yeah, Melmetal was finally released in the Sword and Shield OU tier. And then our pain and struggles began. Firstly, let's look at this mon. Let's have a look at this mon. Let's have a look at Melmetal. Let's have a small analysis. So, firstly, let's have a look at this mon stats. Let's start off with the HP stat. 135 HP. How many mons? Tell me, in the whole tier, how many mons have a HP greater than 100? If a mon has an HP stat greater than 100, it is considered viable for most of the upper tiers if a mon has HP greater than 100. Let me just see how many mons in the OU tier have a HP greater than 100 stat. See, how many? 1, 2. These are all 100. How many mons are greater than 100? 1, 2, and 3. Only 3 mons have an HP stat greater than 100. And if a mon has an HP stat of 100 or close to that, it is considered viable for the OU tier. And now look at this mon. And look at this mon. This mon has an HP stat of 135. And HP stat of 135 means, regardless of its defenses, regardless of any item or whatever it is, regardless of any boost, this mon is most likely not gonna die to any move, whether it's a super effective move as well. This mon is not gonna die without any investment, that is. Like normally this mon without any investment in HP, it hits 411. I mean, base 100 HP stats, all the base 100 HP stat mons, if you boost max their HP, they reach an HP stat of 404. And this mon, without any investment, this mon has an HP of 411. That goes for the HP. So this mon is not dying. Now I don't even have to go to the attacking stat. How many mon, not just in OU, in the whole Sword and Shield meta, has an attacking stat greater than this mon? Let's have a look. This mon has a 143 attacking stat. Just see. Only how many? Glastrier, Landorus. Only. Glastrier is not even OU. Like most of the mons are Ubers. I mean, Ubers can have an attacking stat because this is why they're Ubers. But how many have an attacking stat greater than Melmetal? Only Cart. Only one mon, Card. I'm not saying Landorus because Landorus's attacking stat is never used. Most Landorus are defensive, but there is only one mon. Haxorus is not used in OU. Only one mon, Card. So its HP stat is higher than 85% of mons. Its attacking stat is higher than 99% of the mons in that tier. Now defensive stat. Look at the defense. How many mons have a defensive stat higher than Melmetal? Leap Shuckle, Leap Stagger Attacker. This mon says these mons are not used defensively. If I were to look at only one mon, Toxapex, only one mon Toxapex, and is there any other? All this only one mon. Then yeah, same thing, only Toxapex, because rest of the mons are not used in OU. So 99, it has a defensive stat higher than 99% of the mons in OU. Special attack. We have been using and getting results with mons which has less special attack than Melmetal, and Melmetal has a special attack of 80, which is considered pretty decent if you ask me. Like yeah, let me just show you some stuff. People in the past, they have used special Garchomp, and special Garchomp with the, I mean still they use special Garchomp is a really good set. With the base 80 special attack, this one hits like an absolute truck. Let's have a look at the other mons which has a low special attack. Like look at Ninetales. Ninetales is considered as a special attacker, not a physical attacker, but Melmetal is a physical attacker. Let's not forget that. Ninetales, base 81. Then we have Tapu Fini, base 95. Tapu Koko, base 95. Then we have not in the OU tier, Slowbro, base 100. Yeah, I mean we all use these mons, but these mons are all special attackers. Clefable has decently high special attack, but Melmetal, base 90, base 80 special attack, and the best part about this mon is that this mon has a really good special move pool. Just look at this. You in special stat, you just need only one move. This mon gets Ice Beam. This mon gets Flash Cannon. I think this mon gets the T-Bolt as well. I think this mon, yeah, this mon gets T-Bolt. You already have Bolt Beam coverage. You have Flash Cannon, Stab. And this one gets one more good move, I think. Does it get the, let me just see. Does it get the Focus Miss? It doesn't. It gets Solar Beam. Yeah, it gets Solar Beam. I mean, you might laugh that Melmetal Solar Beam, but let me tell you, people have used Power Up Solar Beam Melmetal in tournaments and stuff. People have used that. People have gotten results, because Gastrodon is a mon, Quagsire is a mon, which has been used to check Melmetal. And when the Power Up Solar Beam lands, Gastry and Quagsire, they die from full. So this goes for special attack. Now let's have a look at the special defense. Now I want to compare this one with another one which has kind of similar stat. This one, Guzzlord. Look at this one and look at, both have a tremendously high HP, but the thing is Guzzlord has a less special defense than Melmetal, and Guzzlord has a pretty shitty typing. And now Melmetal having a steel typing, it's the best defensive typing ever. And with this HP and this special defense, this mon is not dying to special hits as well. Just to show you some calcs, let me show you some calcs as well. So Melmetal OU Protect, yeah, this has, and let's compare it with this one. Not Heatran, which hits super effective on both. Let's have a look at Tapu Lele. Choice Cup Tapu Lele. Melmetal takes, this has no HP. 244 speed up. Melmetal takes like 66 to 78%. This is the standard Melmetal set. 66% for Focus Blast. And look at Guzzlord. Yeah. And this Guzzlord is max speed F. Let's remove the max speed F. See, without speed F, because Guzzlord has a very high HP stat, Guzzlord takes around 73 to 87% from Focus Blast. So as you can see, like without any investment in HP, Melmetal already lives special hits. I mean, Melmetal is used as a special tank rather. Melmetal is used as a special tank. And if you were to laugh at the speed, let me tell you, this 34 speed, it is so perfect for Melmetal, because not only you can use this mon under Trick Room, because Melmetal is considered as one of the best Trick Room mons ever, but not just in a Trick Room. This mon outspeeds whatever it needs to outspeed. Just to say, this mon needs to outspeed this mons. Firstly, with the investment, he power and hits 130. Blissey, I think Blissey is 145-ish, right? 140, yeah, so correct, 146. Let's move on to higher speed stats. Corvi, 170. And let's move on to like Clefable, one more. This one needs to outspeed Clefable. So yeah, so the highest is Corv with 170. And look at Melmetal. With this speed stats, even if you're running an Adamant Nature, you get to outspeed, except Corvi, if you get to outspeed Clefable. That is the biggest part. Clefable hits 156, yeah. With this speed stat, 157, you outspeed Clefable. And how do you beat Corvi? This mon has another weapon up its sleeve. This mon gets Thunder Wave. Yeah, and with Thunder Wave, you beat Corvus down for days. Like Thunder Wave and this broken move. Double Iron Bash. I think you guys, those who have played OU, they know, right? How many times Melmetal has flinched your slow bros down, Melmetal has flinched your Corv down from full, not even joking, from full with T-Wave and Paraflinch combination. So yeah, and given this mon's physical move pool, this mon has an exceptional physical move pool. You have, and the sets, and Melmetal, I think it has the highest sets in the OU tier. I think no other Pokemon has a higher set than Melmetal. I mean, there are some gimmicky sets with Clefable, some gimmicky sets, but those are not actual. I mean, actual sets which does the work, not gimmicky set. Melmetal has the highest sets. Just to show you, just look at the sets of the Melmetal. Let me make this and look at the sets. How many sets does this one have? Just watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one has 5 sets, and these are all legit sets because these are all small and defined sets, all official sets. Yeah, I don't think even Landorus has this many sets. Is there any other one which has a higher set stat than Melmetal? I know D-Knight has 2. I think yeah, Melmetal has the highest set stat. Highest sets. Landorus, I think it's just 2 or 3. It is defensive, Swords Dance, and there is one more set, the choice set. Yeah, there are 3 sets of Landorus which are official. And Melmetal, all these sets put in enormous amount of work. Firstly, the Protective Pad set. This set is one of the best sets. The Protect set. This is the most popular set. You will find this on every 100 million teams. Every team has this set. Choice Band. I don't have to tell you how hard this mon hits with DI Bash. Yeah. The biggest behemoth, Landorus, Hippowdon, they have a high physical defense stat. All get easily to hit KO'd. And with one crit bash, you OHKO most of the stuff. Assault Vest. I don't have to tell you how hard is it to take down an Assault Vest Melmetal. This was the stat and stuff about Melmetal. And yeah, and if you guys watch me, if you guys my YouTube channel, you understand, right? The relation between me and Melmetal. Like I mean, whenever I build a team or whenever anyone builds a team, some checkpoints they have to keep in mind. Firstly, they have to have a ground type. Some checkpoints they have to have a ground type. You have to have a good defensive core. You have to have a good offensive core. You have to have a steel type. You have to have a check for rain. You have to have a check for rain. You have to have a check for ghost spam. But now with this one introduction, there a new checkpoint has been added, which is top in the priority list. That is, you have to have a check for Melmetal nowadays, because this one is absolutely broken. It can sweep. It can change the game in moments. So finally, the OU Council has decided to suspect test Melmetal, and to qualify for this suspect test, this is the requirement. You need to get a minimum of 80 GXC within 50 games. However, you can play lesser number of games, but then the GXC is high. You can play 30 games and achieve it, but your GXC needs to be 84. So this is the chart you can find out. I will leave the thread link in the video description as always. And yeah, let me know what you think about Melmetal. Did it deserve to be in the OU tier? Because like some other mons like Genesect, some other mons like Crurum Black, they were quick banned and they were never ever released. Pheromosa, all were quick banned. They were once OU but quick banned and never ever released. But I think this was the biggest mistake the OU Council had done in their entire career, releasing Melmetal in OU. However, finally we get to see when it doesn't matter anymore. But regardless, for the sake of our kids, for the sake of the future generations, let's see what happens with Melmetal. Whether we get relief from it or whether, because I know there are a lot of Melmetal fanatics out there, who will vote to keep Melmetal in OU. But if you ask me, I won't tell you what I'm gonna vote because that is confidential. But yeah, I shared my opinions with you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, because yeah, I always listen to those. I always reply to as much as I can, and we always have healthy discussions in our channel. And as usual, I will catch all of you guys in the next video. Stay safe, take care, and peace.